if you're kind of a similar age, you kind of have the same favorite comics. We got echo, so if you're listening to that or something, you're good. You're good. So we're live now. I'm going to pause the upload so it goes smoother on the internet side.
Okay.
And let's do it.
All right. I am on yours.
Oh, yeah.
How do I send? Oh, there you go. Guest request. There you go.
Invite.
All right. I turned my phone down all the way.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
All right, guys.
All right, and I'll bust an intro out here. Doing things differently, y'all. Trying a little TikTok live while we do this.
And to set it up, we got some.
What's that, black coffee? I have a White Claw here.
Black Rifle.
Cheers.
Keep me going. Cheers right here. Oh, I can smell the caffeine.
All right, I'll bust an intro out. Ready?
All right, go for it. Let's go.
Basically, this is okay if we spitball it. I will edit this after, and it'll be a clean episode on Spotify.
Hey, perfect.
Hello, welcome back to Why So Sidious, a new nerd podcast. Here we have a special guest. We got Romez Guide here. Very special guest because this is an OG dude that has been following us since we had 200 followers probably. So, it's a real one. And he also puts out his own comic book content that I think is really good because there's range there. He'll cover comics and movies. And there's also a range of material from comic book hauls to edits on comic book information with really solid video editing. So check out Romez Guide on TikTok, YouTube, and where else?
It's mainly those two. Instagram if you want to contact me, mainly.
For sure. So
Yeah.
what we're going to do today is talk nerd news. We got mostly Marvel. We got Sadie Sink on Spiderman 4, The Punisher special confirmed. We got some Avengers talk, Doomsday, Secret Wars. We got expectations for Thunderbolts, Superman, and Lanterns. We're going to talk a little bit about that. We got the Constantine sequel that's definitely coming out, which is crazy. And then we have that Zack Snyder Gunn photo. So real quick, we're going to come up with some weird DC Elseworlds movie that they can combine their minds and create. So that's what's going on today. You can follow us at Why So Sidious at Yahoo. Oh God, that's our email. But anyway, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. What else? X. So we're at Why So Sidious Pod. Check us out. We've been covering a ton of Daredevil comics, Daredevil content, but including his comics, the Zdarsky run. Yeah. Volume 1 is what we started. We did a review there. We're going to continue that run, and that's the start of a series we're calling The Road to Devil's Reign, because we also have a Road to Secret Wars that those are still coming out frequently, trying to time it right with the Jonathan Hickman Avengers run going up to the Secret Wars movie. So a couple years, that'll be coming out too. Anyway, let's jump into the news. That's a lot of talking. First of all, let's get Romez, dude, a little intro for you. I guess just off the dome, like what are some of your favorite comics and some of your favorite movies?
Oh man, my favorite movies, man. I'm gonna have to go with the Star Wars. Some of the Star Wars stuff, mainly the prequels. I mean, I grew up with them. Lord of the Rings, the Captain America movies, the trilogy. Aliens. I'm a big Aliens Predator fan. So like you'll see my content. I make content about that stuff. So 80s action. That's my vibe. Comics. I would say Age of Venom, Captain America, Punisher. Yeah, I'm a big Punisher fan.
Wait, hold on.
What?
I haven't read a single Captain America comic besides Brubaker, and I love Brubaker, but what else should I read if I don't want some corny, like, righteous Captain America crap? But righteous. Brubaker, I don't want that stuff, but, the Brubaker did it perfectly. It's kind of hard, because
that's...
Well, all right, a little bit comes with the character, for sure, but the way Brubaker did it, where it is believable, grounded, and you can side with him, and it's not just mindless.
Ta-Nehisi Coates, like, I would say the first two trades, because... It's like the after effects of Secret Empire. So
love that.
So like he has to go to jail, and there's like a certain scene that he has to break out of prison with the villains. He has to side with the villains, but man, it's kind of like a moral conundrum for him, and I think the first half of, because I haven't finished it, the newest Straczynski run. I really like the first half because like they focus more on Steve Rogers before he got the.
I heard. And
Before he got the,
Straczynski's weird. He randomly just nails a
Oh
comic.
yeah, it's
Other
weird.
randomly, his Thor and Spider-Man are like some of the best of the character. Other than that, though, he doesn't have a ton of bang. Oh, he did Silver Surfer Requiem
did?
again. Really, he did the Silver Surfer Requiem graphic
I haven't
novel.
read that
Was
one. I gotta check That one
amazing.
out.
Yeah,
Check
sorry.
that one out. No, you're good. What do you cut? What else? Oh, Ghost Rider. I love Ghost Rider, man.
Another one that can't find a ton of comics I love. I like Daniel Ways a lot.
Dude, did you read the Jason Aaron one?
I like the first half a lot, but I think it gets a little outlandish towards the end, so it loses me. But I like the first half. I do.
I like
a lot.
Hellblazer. The Vertigo comics, man. The Vertigo comics got me, man. That stuff. I can't say one of them. I'll probably send it to you later, but like one, dude, the Hellblazer stuff. Like, I follow writers mainly, so like Rick Remender, Deadly Class. That's one, dude. Dude, you have to read Deadly Class, man. They made a show.
I think I put that in my Amazon cart recently, or my
Dude, you
to buy
have
list.
to read it, man. Like that first, if you get like the hardcover that comes with all of it,
Okay.
it's so good. Like,
Okay.
yeah, it's like I'll pitch it to you like this. It's think of Hogwarts but for assassins, where
Ooh.
where they send
Immediately.
yeah, with the Yakuza, and it has like Game of Thrones type of vibe. So like everybody's kind of out for each other. So like the Yakuza send their kids there, the gangs of Compton send their kids there, the Russian mob, the Dixie, like all that, the Dixies. What's the other one? The CIA, NASA send their kids there, and like, but if you don't have someone backing you, you're basically a rat. So it's kind of like a play on classism, but they also deal with a lot of mental health, which is like, it's like very 80s, and like if you have like single issues, they'll show like what song goes with this issue, and it'll be like,
Oh, cool.
and it's not just a regular 80s type of stuff. It's like punk rock from like the 80s, like barely when punk rock was still being a thing. But it's that one. Rick Remender, man, he can knock a lot of stuff out. A lot of my favorite runs are from him too.
Yeah, Rick Remender's amazing. He did that Uncanny Avengers run that no one ever talks about that I think
haven't
is
read
incredible.
that one. I didn't get a chance to read it when it was coming out, but
You know why no one reads it?
Who?
You know why no one reads it is because it leads to Axis, and Axis sucked. But it built up, dude, so good that I was so excited to read Axis. Like everything until the issue right before Axis is so good. Then Axis sucked. But just read that whole run. It's so good. It's got time travel. It's got Kang and like X-Men and like they're like backstabbing each other. They're trying to be the Avengers together. All this crazy stuff happens.
Rick Remender knows how to write a book. I'll give you that. And it sucks that they don't really give him that many. They recently started giving him more like omnibus love, which I noticed. For a while, they weren't printing a lot of his stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, they printed his X-Force. They printed his Punisher omnibus reprint this past year.
Yeah, they're gonna.
His X-Force is one of my favorites.
Oh,
his X-Force is amazing.
Yes, I read the whole thing. I remember I watched y'all's video. I remember it wasn't completed.
Yeah, dude. Oh, so pissed about that, man.
Hey, I'll jump on for the second half. I do. I love
Yeah,
that
bro.
Comic, man. That was like I think my second or third omnibus that I bought.
It's one of my favorites, and deep down, I want to redo it because there was like 30 minutes of good content. It was a good discussion. There was a lot of great stuff.
Dude, the ending with what do you call it? And then the what do you call it? The Dark Angel. What's
the Dark Angel's my favorite. The Dark Angel saga is the best for me.
Bro, like
so
emotions, stakes, everything.
Yeah. So that's the first half. I also like the Jason Aaron Ghost Rider. I prefer the first half much more than the second half with
I haven't
Remender's
finished
X-Force.
all of it, but I'm a softie for Ghost Rider because I mean I grew up with him.
I love the character. The comics haven't done it for me. Benjamin Percy's last comic thing. We got to get into the news, but Benjamin Percy's Ghost Rider is apparently really good.
I read it. It
didn't do it for you.
It's because he built. I heard it's like a thing. He'll build it up, but he doesn't deliver on the execution.
Okay.
Because like he would build up these villains, and then it just kind of fizzled out.
Damn.
And nothing would happen, and
that's what Ghost Rider's missing is a great villain.
Yeah. Well, he does. He has potentially good villains. It's just don't know how to write them. Honestly, they should do. They should make Ghost Rider more horror-ish.
Yes.
Oh, here's one. Read Damnation, Road to Damnation by
Okay.
Garth Ennis,
Yep. Love Ennis. Okay.
and Trails of Tears. That
Oh
one's
yeah, that's Punisher. That's the Punisher. I've been after that one.
no, it's so good.
Yeah,
Trail
I've
of
heard it's
Tears,
hard. It's
Ghost
out of
Rider.
print.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant Punisher Trip. Oh,
No, no,
maybe it
no,
is
no,
Ghost
no.
Rider. I'm tripping. Yeah, it is Ghost Rider, and I can't find that anywhere. It's out of print.
It's like a cowboy one.
Western
yeah,
style.
Oh, dude, it's so good. I
Give-
covered it back in the day. But
Got to give Alan Moore Ghost Rider. Do his Swamp Thing horror style, make it great, and do some crazy mythological lore behind the character like he did Swamp Thing. Just give Alan Moore Ghost Rider. That would be a dream or a nightmare.
I have a couple of ideas to make Ghost Rider more like a horror western thing.
Dude, that'd be
Technically,
sick.
he was western.
Do
just
like a
go from town to
Tombstone,
town. Yeah,
or
like
like
go to town to
Logan.
town. Yes, perfect, dude.
Oh my
I mean, it's already on the road.
Yes.
Might as well he go town
Yes.
to town, and like he fixes like spirits that are like haunting the cities and stuff
Dude.
like that. Just, I think that would be perfect for Ghost
Taking
Rider.
like
It's-
the demons out of souls that are harming a ton of people in towns and like
Yeah.
getting vengeance on the real bad
Restoring
ones.
order
Dude, that
and
would be
stuff like
so
that.
sick. It's simple and it would be so cool because the
Exactly.
character.
You don't have to do it all crazy, like making him like fight Galactus or whatever.
All right.
Just make it, just play it simple and then go from there.
Yeah. All right, so let's jump to movies. Everything news-wise is movies. So we're starting with Marvel. Spider-Man 4, we got Sadie Sink joins the cast, and that's official. And that's crazy because did you hear about a week or two ago that there was rumors that she was going to be Jean Grey? Did you hear that? It was just rumors.
No, I saw it was a different actress.
Okay, yeah, well, there was, I don't know. I certainly don't think Jean Grey is going to be in Spider-Man 4. Do you think she could be MJ?
That's
there
what I
already
was
is an
thinking.
MJ?
Yeah, there is, but like maybe it's like a multiverse thing. It could be a multiverse thing because they're already playing around with it.
She could very well be a different MJ. She could be
Or-
Andrew's MJ.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too. But I think about maybe she could be Gwen. They changed
For
her
Peter?
hair color. Yeah,
Sorry, Peter, obviously, but for Tom Holland,
Tom Holland. Yeah, they might
Dude,
change
yeah,
it. They might
very well
change
could
it.
be.
Or
It would-
or Black Cat.
yeah, it would just be crazy to hire a redhead that's coming up in the world, and she's not. I feel like she has to be MJ,
They did
but
that.
that,
They
but
did
that doesn't
in
make sense.
The Toby movies, because you remember what do you cut? What's her name?
Kirsten Dunst.
Kirsten Dunst was redhead, and what's her name? Something. She directs movies now. She was from the Jurassic World movies.
Yes,
She was Gwen Stacy in the what do you cut in the third one, but she's
Yeah.
naturally redhead. They could do it again.
Oh, she was in the third one. I totally forgot about that.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, so that's crazy though. But otherwise, what do you think of Spider-Man 4? We also heard that it's definitely coming out after Doomsday. So do you think it's going to be a weird battle world movie, a multiversal movie? You think it's going to be grounded? Because that's one of the big debates on this Spider-Man 4. What do you want and what do you think is going to happen?
I kind of wish that it would be grounded, but like play a little with the multiverse. Like have them talk to a few like multiverse people because I heard we're gonna talk about it later, but I heard there's some other characters that might be coming back. So it would be
Yeah.
nice to finally get some interaction. I honestly want him to meet Shang-Chi.
I think so too. Yeah, because it's the director.
Yeah.
Destin Daniel Cretton is directing Spider-Man 4.
Yeah.
And we haven't even had Shang-Chi 2 yet. So a part of me feels like he's going to stuff some Shang-Chi story into Spider-Man 4, dude. Imagine that, because how perfect would this be? Peter Parker doesn't he's just Spider-Man now, right? No human identity to deal with anymore. Shang-Chi comes in and imagine Shang-Chi teaching him hand-to-hand combat.
That's what
with his
happens in the
powers that he
comics.
already. Bro, how sick would that be?
Dude,
That'd be
that
so
would be-
fun. Because they always find a way to make the MCU Spider-Man stuff a little more outlandish. You're never just going to have a simple Green Goblin verse, or a Doc Ock verse Spider-Man. I just don't think the MCU is ever going to do that because they want to separate themselves from the other two iterations. And every other Spider-Man coming out yet, to be honest, the Mysterio one was the most classic format of the Tom Holland movies, but Homecoming was a lot of Iron Man. No Way Home was just a multiversal thing. Spider-Man 4 probably gonna go crazy too.
They should go to the streets. I mean, have him meet
I wish.
Daredevil. Have him meet
wish.
Daredevil. Like in
I really
costume,
wish.
because technically now he doesn't know who he is,
Yeah,
right? So like,
Right.
might as well. And I mean, the more interaction with other heroes, because like that's always happened in the comics. So might as well have. And if we're not getting Shang-Chi, might as well have him in the movie, especially if the director's directing it.
Yeah, and I'm sure
It's a
he'll still do.
no-brainer.
I'm sure Shang-Chi 2 will be his next project as well.
Let's hope, because that
And
first
I
one is actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good, and I think that'll be a great way to develop a little bit of the Shang-Chi story, and then
Hmm.
lead into the second one really well, while giving us a really cool, unique Spider-Man story. I'm just kind of getting sick of. I want the classic format back for Spider-Man. I want him to just face off with the villain, but I don't think we're getting that, man. But it's
Yeah,
still
that's
pretty
true.
damn exciting to consider what else could happen. Who knows?
Well, if Shang-Chi's
It's
gonna
gonna be
teach him how to fight, hopefully he doesn't get another what do you call it, beating like he did it with the Green Goblin.
yeah,
He almost lost
yeah.
that fight.
Dude, but Spider-Man always gets wrecked in the comics. Remember Civil War, Avengers versus
Oh,
X-Men? This dude gets beat to bloody shreds
just
almost every
a
comic. He's like the
little bit of kung fu will go a long way for
dude
him,
would be
man.
so sick. Yes, would be so sick. So anyway, that does it for the Spider-Man news. Let's move on to the Punisher. So we got confirmation that John Bernthal's Punisher's getting a special, which for those of you who might not know, that's much like the Werewolf by Midnight,
By night,
right?
werewolf by
Werewolf
night.
by Night. It's like an hour long, maybe somewhere around there. It's going to be either a really long episode or a really short movie, but just one. What do you think this could possibly be about? And obviously, we're super excited about it. John Bernthal,
He's writing
he's
it.
excited about it. He's
He's
writing
writing
it.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. He said that he's obviously it's not going to be Punisher light. He's made sure that we know that. I wonder if they're gonna do something crazy and go back to his Vietnam days. That's what I really want them to do.
But he didn't grow up in the Vietnam in this one. He was in the
Oh,
Iraq
okay.
War.
Well, you could use whatever war, yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
but I
Because
think
I was just thinking of Garth Ennis's Bourne arc, where
oh
he's in
dude, and it's
Vietnam and
so good.
do
That
that.
is that comic
Yeah,
is so
whatever
good.
war you want to use, but do the Bourne arc, and that's great for a special. 1 hour of him before he becomes the Punisher, going crazy at war. Perfect for an hour long thing. You don't need a
Oh,
season. You don't need a whole movie. I think you should do
just
it. But what
cut
do you
it
think?
like dry like for me I think the best thing would can anyone come up? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, Uzi. Sorry, I forgot we had the TikTok thing going.
Yeah. Sorry, TikTok. We're recording a podcast. We figured we'd go live on TikTok as well.
Yeah, sorry about that.
But it'll be tough to interact and host. So we're here, but I'm probably not going to touch the phone. Love
Yeah.
you. Thanks for the support.
Yeah, same here, because I'm not good on the camera on both ends. But so I think if he really is gonna go not light, I think he should go full, like full blown, no metal, like no holds bar, because we have gotten Punisher, but not like full blown Punisher. Like I think we've gotten glimpses of it, but we never had like him like
Right.
unload completely, and that's what I want him to do. Because have you read the Punisher Max series?
Almost all of it. I'm waiting for Omnibus Volume 2 reprint, man. I need it so bad. It's like if I could just choose one reprint for an omnibus, it'd be Volume 2. I read the first half. I've read all the Volume 1 omnibus.
So
Love
good,
it.
right?
It's the best.
Uh,
It's the single best Punisher comic.
Honestly, they could do any story arc from there, and
Yeah.
it would be solid.
Honestly, I really want to see him just what he does in the comics, like taking human traffickers, burning them alive, like that
Yes,
satisfying stuff where these terrible, terrible people, the scum of
terrible
the
people,
earth,
dude.
are
Yeah,
getting what they deserve. Finally, a hero that's not going to put them in prison, or even the hero that kind of, quick shot to the head. It's too easy
same
for these
something like the
monsters.
cartel, like
Yes,
going up
something
against the
like
cartel.
that.
Something
Yes.
easy, but like something satisfying too. Because with the thing is with those movies, I mean with those comics, is that it's very morally based. So like there's a lot of moral conundrums with the characters around Punisher. So if they can just make Punisher just deal with those type of issues and actually like I mean no Punisher's not the deepest character, but like the MCU version kind of like a little deeper. So like maybe if they play around with both of them, like have him like I wouldn't say protecting a child, but protecting like a mother and her child, and like it kind of
Yeah.
brings back his
Well,
old
yeah,
self, but like he has to like be the monster that he knows he is, something
to
like
protect
that.
them.
Yeah, but
And then
like don't hold back. Just give us a full blown action scene where we know that it's gonna be hard for Punisher and he might not make it, but he's gonna make it because he is the Punisher.
yeah, I want full slaughterhouse Punisher, and I also want like a stealthy like he's going on to their big mansion, big cartel house, doing his stealth thing, taking them out quietly like Splinter Cell. Get both. I want a stealth, very skilled Punisher, and then obviously the slaughterhouse. But yeah,
and then
go all out.
the ending where like he has to go all guns blazing.
Slaughterhouse, yeah.
Yeah. Just do something like that, John Burnt. On the off chance that you're watching here on TikTok or YouTube.
He's for sure watching. I think for guaranteed.
On the off chance.
You know what? They need the John Wick choreographer for the Punisher. Need it. You need John Wick level. You need John Wick level gunplay. Yeah.
Yeah. That gung fu, as they say it.
Gun fu.
Yeah, that's what they call it, gun fu. Let's get some Punisher gun fu on there. That would be
absolutely. Perfect. All right, now let's get to the freaking rumor mill. All these crazy things that could be happening in Secret Wars, Doomsday. Let's start with more confirmy stuff. Russo brothers just dropped online, and Romez, thank this man for sending this info so we can cover it today. But the Russo brothers they replied to a comment inferring that the death of Tony Stark in Endgame is actually why Doctor Doom is possibly identical to Tony Stark.
Yeah,
that's freaking crazy, but that makes me feel like they have way more of a plan. Like it wasn't a gimmick. Just bring back your star.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
This is good news in my opinion. I think they have a way to tie this together and make it seem like, of course, I don't know. I think this is cool. It just sounds awesome. What do you think?
I think it's cool because like I was thinking the same thing because like it was ruminating in my head that clip from Joe Rogan like a few years ago. Like they're gonna make a couple duds and they're gonna call Robert Downey Jr. back and they kind of did, but after seeing that news, I'm like, well, if there is a plan, and the Russo brothers, 4 out of 4 movies, they haven't disappointed, so I can trust them, you know?
Oh, dude, I fully trust them. I saw another thing as I was looking through that. It was a rumor, I don't believe it, but one of their recent movies that just dropped in theaters, obviously not Marvel, didn't do great. I don't know. Didn't have great critic reception or something. So Marvel's like thinking of pulling them from the project. I don't believe that for a second.
They shouldn't do
that's ridiculous because I don't care what their resume says outside of Marvel. They have made the best Marvel movies. Period. Winter Soldier, Civil War, Infinity Game, and Endgame. That's the what do you call it? The Mount Rushmore of the MCU movies.
Yeah, pretty much.
So they're batting 100 with Marvel, and I'm pretty sure they're going to do just fine.
And hopefully they give them X-Men after that. I would love to see that. Oh my
God. I would love
to see that. Because they teased, they're like, we'll come back for X-Men. And I want them to come back for X-Men.
It's poetic. They also said that after Endgame. They said, we would do Secret Wars. We want to come back. We want to do Secret Wars. They literally said that right after Endgame.
Man, I totally forgot about that.
They've had a plan in their head since then, dude. At least a little bit of a plan.
Yeah, that would be nice. I would love to see that.
Yeah.
But
love that coming full circle.
Yeah, the Doomsday thing, that would be sick. Not just that, but like, I know everybody's harping on like Thanos and like the whole. I know they're gonna bring what's the name, Kang back. What's the actor's name?
We don't know that for sure, Jonathan Majors. But yeah, there's stuff going on there. Maybe
let's see that Doctor Doom scene where like he rips the spine out of like.
I know.
Thanos or
that's gonna happen. You know, that's an
happen.
Easter egg. It might not be Thanos and it might not be Kang, but it will happen. And I think Kang is probably the most likely. You're probably right.
Or or Iron Man.
I don't think they'll do that to Iron Man. It's gonna be a villain. Red Hulk. It could be Red Hulk.
Man, I can see that.
They love to use Hulks as like, hey, this villain is actually super strong.
Oh man.
Yeah, it's super dumb.
Yeah, dude, they just can't leave those Hulks alone, man.
They have to do us justice, man. We need to get Hulk back.
Redeem him somehow with like a World War Hulk or something.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's awesome. That's Tony Stark. Maybe that's why he's identical to Tony Stark, Victor Von Doom. I always figured he would come back to come back. He's from whatever universe the Fantastic Four is, and they build the bridge as they did in the comics. And Doctor Doom is always competitive, and he'll be jealous of the bridge, or make his own bridge, and he's going to follow them over to the 616 because of an incursion. Man, I think that's obvious. I think that's an obvious way this movie ends. An incursion ends their universe, and they escape into the 616. It seems so obvious. I'm probably wrong, to be honest. That's what's annoying about it.
Battleworld.
Yeah, battle world or something. Maybe he builds the ship. Remember the ship that he created that survived the last incursion? Maybe he creates that ship when
That
and
would
then
be awesome.
that's how the Ultimate Universe characters, that's how the ones that
Yeah.
remembered the true reality stuck around in the Doom world. So maybe that happens.
And maybe that's how they form the new Avengers. Because
Maybe they're the ones. They're the only ones that know, yeah. And
and
then they
they
come and say, "Yo, this is how it's supposed to be, y'all." And then they
yeah.
kind of that'd be
And
cool.
dude, get Deadpool in there. I mean, Deadpool made a
He's
lot of
he's
money. He made
that Deadpool
$1 billion.
that Deadpool Thor scene is gonna happen. I think. Do you?
Dude, bro. I'm pretty sure that was from like the Thor 2, I think. That scene looked like it was from Thor 2, where like
It
he was
did.
holding
Yeah,
it.
Loki. Yeah, like Loki
But hey,
when he was.
we need to see that. That promise needs to be
I think
fulfilled.
it's gonna happen, dude.
That promise needs to be fulfilled.
Yeah. But let's move on to some other rumors. We've heard a lot about Toby Maguire coming back. We've even heard a lot about Ghost Rider, Nicolas Cage coming back. Affleck's Daredevil. You brought this to my attention. So there is a ton of rumors. I think they're all true. I think we're going to see Hugh in Secret Wars, Toby,
You and
Andrew.
Toby. Well,
I
Kevin
think we are.
Feige, Kevin Feige,
Yeah.
he was like repeatedly. I seen him say in interviews like,
Yes, he
I want
wants
to
it.
see them, both of them, and not just that, but the reason why I brought it up because I saw Toby and Hugh Jackman coming back for the what's it called the Secret Wars. I saw that rumor like about a few months ago, and every time these rumors like constantly resurface, but like with no confirmation. Usually it happens because on my feeds, I remember the Spider-Man's like that was a. I saw someone leak a video on. They were on set, and it was Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield were like hanging like they were
Yeah.
talking, and I was like, dude, they're gonna do Spider Verse, and like with the same type of I don't know whether it's my what do you call it, algorithm, but like they keep popping this rumor keeps popping up with Toby and Hugh, and I'm like, imagine them like doing their own team together, like dude, like
That's it's an oddly consistent rumor that these legacy characters are going to have each lead a team, and I think that's very interesting. You know, obviously the big event, like they're not all going to be on screen together all the time at once. That's how they always do it. Infinity War, Endgame, like two, three, four of them are on their own journey. There's like three different groups on their own journey. They're definitely going to do that here. How sick would that be, dude? Toby's leading
bro.
a team, and Nicolas Cage, dude, he is like amped up. He's coming back for Spider-Man Noir. He's doing like Superman
He's doing everything he
cameos.
can. He's doing everything he can. So, supposedly
And a lot.
he was supposed to be doing he was gonna quit acting, and now this guy's coming back doing Spider-Man Noir and all that, and dude,
Yeah.
he's just going on like he's like, you know what? He's a big fan of Marvel too, because I know he has like a Ghost Rider tattoo, and like I remember in the movie they had to
That's
cover
sick.
it up.
That's funny. That's ironic.
Yeah, I know. And what do you call it? That would be epic, man. I would love to see that. Just even half the roster, because I heard even the Green Goblin, what's his name, the Willem Dafoe, he's kind of like saying too, like, oh, I would love to come by. Like, imagine if like not Tony Stark, Doctor Doom uses Green Goblin as like a, like kind of like his wild dog, like to throw him and do stuff for him.
Yeah, do you know what? I think Wanda is gonna be like the most
Oh, that's
important
right.
character.
She's coming back too.
There's too many similarities in the comics. First of all, Young Avengers, which has so many elements that are tied to the MCU, the movie side of things. That comic alone, Children's Crusade.
Yeah, true.
So many things. Them finding the kids, Wanda's twins, so many things like that. And then Doctor Doom wanted to steal her powers to become all powerful. I could totally see him doing that in place of the Molecule Man story from the Hickman run. He needed the Molecule Man to become Emperor God Doom in one way or another. Somehow Wanda is going to be the Molecule Man in the comics.
Yeah, because you know how they are with the MCU, like they'll switch around characters
Yes.
and storylines, so that way they can fit it in with the MCU, which is
Yes.
fine with by me as long as
I like
as
it.
long as it's good. As long
Yeah.
as it's good. They need
I like
some
that it's
bangers
different.
right
Yeah,
Yeah,
you can't just do
too.
the same thing.
'Cause, like,
It's fun when
if
they
you-
switch it up.
now. Yeah, exactly. Because it's like comic book fans, we know what to expect, so like we like that surprise, like oh,
Yes.
like especially with like Civil War at that ending. Like
Yeah,
I don't know
that was
about you,
awesome.
but I was like,
It was great.
Yeah, Tony.
It was so different from the comics.
Yeah. But
So
like,
it's
in a
almost like
right
it's
way.
almost like an Ultimate Universe. That's why the Ultimate Spider-Man's so fun to read. It's so different. They play with Harry Osborn's the Green Goblin and like they're friends and they're working like all this. It's just fun. It's different, and you need to be for the movies. So
Yeah, big time, and that's. I mean, if they make it interesting, people will come because people
Yeah.
are slightly. They haven't lost complete interest in the the superhero movies, but if they can knock this out, I would love to see.
no, it's not superhero movies. It's mediocre movie fatigue. They've just been
that's true.
mediocre. It's not superheroes. It's just mediocre movies. We've had a shitty 5 years. We've had only like 3, 4 great movies, a couple great shows in
Dude,
like 5 years, dude.
Last year, I think my favorite movie was Beekeeper, and that movie was like an awesome action movie.
Jason Statham.
Yeah, I love Jason
I
Statham.
haven't seen it.
It's
Love
fun.
Jason Statham though. Yeah.
Dude, you're gonna love that one. That was really
War.
good.
Remember War with Jet Li?
Jet Li? Yeah. Dude, I
was
was
a
a
good
big
one.
Jason Statham fan.
Dude.
He's got a new
All right.
one coming out, but let's go.
Let's
Assembling
go.
the team?
Let's assemble a team. We're talking about Avengers. We have no freaking clue. Which, by the way, are the Russo brothers going to be able to succeed without Tony Stark and Steve Rogers? Because, dude, it's going to be tough without those lead characters. They used those specific characters so well. Without them, what are those movies? I hope they find leads that do just as much impact. But who are those going to be? We're not really talking about the leads, but we are going to build an Avengers. 5 or 6 characters. I'll let you go first. Who are? I mean, I think there's a couple obvious ones, but so let's go with 6. Who do you got?
Okay, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got 5. So I'm gonna go
Okay.
with Star-Lord, since supposedly he's coming back.
course.
And I saw him in the stills, and
He's online.
I'm gonna put him with like Deadpool, Sam Wilson, Doctor Strange, and Black Panther.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
It's like you have like Sam Wilson with Deadpool would be like a great like.
Oh, I
just
love
them
that.
bantering with each other, like, because you know Deadpool's gonna want to take and want to be in charge, even though he's a complete idiot. Because I mean, you saw what happened to X-Force on their first mission,
Yes, that was awesome.
and then
I
Doctor
like it.
Strange, he's gonna be in charge of the incursions. So let's see that come out. Black Panther with Shuri, I would love to see where that would go. And one more character. Let's see. I want to pick a new Avenger. You know what? I'll pick Kamala. I love her.
Yeah,
bubbly
she's gonna be a
attitude.
big. She's gonna be a big character.
Yeah, I would love
think
to
so.
see her on the team.
Yeah.
At least like one kid, and then like, but
Yeah.
Deadpool and Sam Wilson. I want to see that banter
I love it.
between them.
Okay, so 5 or 6. So I'm gonna go. Sam Wilson's the leader for sure. I'm definitely throwing. I want Banner Hulk on there still. He's gonna come back as a dope Hulk. So I want Shang-Chi on there for sure, and
I
Spider-Man.
forgot about Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Shang-Chi, Spider-Man. See, Doctor Strange, I think, is going to be one of the most important characters, but he's not a freaking Avenger. He'll be one of the most beneficial benefactors, but
He has to be an Avenger at this point.
yeah, I'm throwing Doctor Strange on there. You're right. He's going to be one of the biggest players. Without him, we will not win. Without Doctor
Exactly.
Strange, right?
Yeah.
So I got Spider-Man, Shang-Chi, Doctor Strange, Hulk, Sam Wilson. One more.
One more.
I'll keep it with Captain Marvel. I'll go Captain Marvel. That's my
Okay.
team because she wants to stick around. I think she keeps talking about how busy she's been because of the snap. Well, that shit's over. You're good, dude. You don't need to monitor so much of space because everyone's dealing with the fallout of half of life being gone. Come
got a
on back, be an
powerhouse
Avenger. Yes, and
Powerhouse.
I mean after the big Thanos comic situation, I'm thinking more of like Infinity and Secret Wars. She became one of the biggest Avengers after Secret Wars, so I think she's going to be a big Avenger. But the problem is no one likes the character. I mean, I
Yeah,
like
no,
her. I do.
yeah.
I think she's fine.
I
But
like
no one
Photon
likes
more.
her. I love Brie Larson as Captain Marvel. I think she does great. I hated the Marvels though. That's my least favorite MCU movie. Period.
I don't even remember it, to be honest. I saw it
Yeah,
twice.
exactly. Yeah, yeah.
But,
It's pretty gnarly, in my
but she's
opinion.
I think if she just had like better writers, I think she would do better. She's a good actress. She's a good actress.
She's fine. She was dry in the first Captain Marvel. I'll
Yeah.
give people that. She was a little dry, but she's got to get into her step. Give her one more try because I think she could be one of the main people if she really, gets into step with that character.
I think she just needs like a good writer behind her to like
Yeah,
give her some
yeah.
like pathos.
It's like Red Hood in the comics. He just needs a great writer because that dude
Yeah.
needs more comics. He needs great comics. He's a
He
great
needs great
character.
comic book writers that know how
Yes.
to write them instead of
Tom
just making
Taylor,
them just, Yeah,
Give Tom Taylor Red Hood.
His
do it.
Nightwing, man, he did absolute wonders with him.
Yeah. Oh,
Or
yeah.
or what's his name? Not Zack Snyder. Scott Snyder.
Scott Snyder.
I would love to see him do like mess around with.
He could do Red Hood. Yeah. He's great. Yeah, he did a great Batman. Anyway, all right. We covered Doomsday, blah, blah, blah. All right, the last thing for...
Let's see. Will Andor Season 2 going to be good? We'll see. It looks good. I mean, I don't doubt it. We're looking at the comments.
Yeah, I think Andor Season 2 is going to be amazing. I loved Season 1, and I think this one looks like there's going to be more action. I think it's going to be like higher stakes. I don't like that I know where it's leading. It's kind of annoying with this specific era. Rogue One's one of the best movies, but you know where it's going. Andor's like the best show, but you know where it's going. Season 2 is going to up the stakes, though. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. The trailer looked awesome. Looked like upbeat, fun, but also it's Andor. Yeah. Last thing for Marvel, expectations for Thunderbolts. Then we'll wrap it up with a few DC things. So what do you think about Thunderbolts coming out here?
Dude, I keep... with your dude, you got me thinking, because I watched your podcast, man, and you really got me thinking. I think Thunderbolts is going to be a setup for something big. I think it's either like what you said, Dark Avengers, or it's going to be like, this is the reason why we need the Avengers type of thing. Like, I think it's probably going to be like an event movie, but like they're disguising it as like just a Thunderbolt movie. So I think
I totally agree.
Big.
Yeah, you've heard my shit. Like that's what I think.
Because like Fantastic Four is right after this. Why is it Fantastic Four in the multiverse? Like they're gonna leave us on a cliff. I'm pretty sure they're gonna leave us on a cliffhanger with Thunderbolts.
Yes.
Like either you know what? It'll probably be an incursion. Like an incursion
I don't think so.
Starting that would be crazy.
I don't think it'll be an incursion. I would absolutely drop my pants. I would love it. I hope so, but I don't think so. I think they're. You know what? Fuck that. I don't know because I was gonna say they're focusing on Grounded, but they got Sentry in there, dude. Why would you need such a powerhouse in that movie? What is the threat gonna be? There's no way he's the threat.
How are these guys gonna fight him, dude? How are they gonna fight him?
No, he's gonna be on the team, bro. He was on the team in the comics. I just don't like the threat because they're gonna have he's gonna whip their ass, so they know.
Void is gonna come out.
The Void's gonna come out. Yeah, I'm worried that that's the main villain. That would. Hopefully it's good. I just want lore. I want them to build to something that's exciting. It makes me need to see the next Marvel movie.
Yes,
but oh my gosh, we'll see though. We'll see. I think maybe we find out someone is funding the Thunderbolts and funding Valentina.
Yeah, that I would love to see that. Maybe like it was like an underground Shield because we haven't heard Shield or Sword. I guess.
I want it to be Kingpin. It's not going to be. That would be so perfect if they're building out a ground level. He's supposed, like we heard, he's supposed to be pretty climactically a villain, like a Thanos for the ground level. We've heard things like that. So what if they are, and he is funding?
I would love to see Kingpin like just show up like towards like the middle of the movie. Like this is why we don't need heroes, and this and that, something like that, man. Just like a smear campaign towards heroes. I would love.
And here's why it's not outlandish. It's perfectly setting up what he did for the becoming mayor and shutting down heroes in New York because he got his own Thunderbolt squad for that event. So if he's funding,
they bring it up in the trailers, dude, that someone's funding them, but they don't say.
Do they?
I saw it. I could have swore I saw that, man.
Well, that would have been fantastic. I think that because Valentina, how is she affording a Tony Stark building? She's a government worker. Yes, a high government worker makes a lot of money, very comfortable housing. But a Tony Stark building's a different level.
Think about it. If you go back to season 1 of the Daredevil, he was buying property for all the mayhem that happened with the fall of what do you call it?
Oh yeah, Avengers 1.
He could have like what's it called? He could have liquidated it.
Yeah, who knows? I hope there is someone behind that. I hope the Thunderbolts leads somewhere, but. That'll wrap it up for Marvel. We have a couple we have a couple DC projects coming out. We're going to talk Lanterns and Superman, our expectations there real quick. And then the Constantine sequel that's confirmed. And then let's make an Elseworlds project. Zack Snyder and James Gunn took a photo together. Let's just start with that. Obviously, people, because like, it's just like our political system. You got to either be Republican or liberal. And if you're one side, you have to hate the other one. And that's the stupidest system ever. It makes us pretty easy to divide and conquer so we can't come together for legislation and make any difference as civilians. It's stupid. But anyway, that's kind of how people are with Zack Snyder and James Gunn because they're Snyder haters and there's Snyder lovers and there's James Gunn haters and lovers. So when the two come together, like normal dudes who like comics that are just friends, like imagine a Republican and a liberal just coming together for a nice photo.
Make the Injustice universe. Let's do that.
Unreal. Yeah, no, but anyway, I'm being dramatic, but they took a photo together. So let's theorize. Let's do an Elseworlds movie. We know the DCU is going to have a bunch of movies that are canon, clearly labeled as DCU canon, but the Elseworlds movies will be clearly labeled as Elseworlds non-canon to the DCU. So that's a little background to what the DC Elseworlds movie coming out is. What's your idea?
Dude, oh, I mean, I don't hate Zack. I mean, I'm not a big fan of BVS, but I do. The Zack Snyder Justice League was, that movie's awesome in my opinion, and I would love for them to like kind of like expand it into like, let's go all balls out and just do injustice. Like he's pushing that Superman evil thing. Might as well just give it to him, you know. Make him
that'd be
in the
cool.
Injustice universe, and like just.
I think that'd be sick.
Like make him read some of the comics because like I don't know if you read the comic books and like they're.
Oh, Injustice? Oh yeah.
Yeah, like dude, there's so many great moments. They could just.
I like it.
They can make that into like a new trilogy. Just kind of like touch it a little, or if not, they can do Deceased.
I would love that too.
Because like think about it, he did the what's that movie? Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah, zombie stuff.
Might as well. I mean, if he's good at zombies, might as well.
Yes,
like,
I agree.
Both.
I think those would both be excellent Elseworlds projects. I think that'd be sick and dark and violent. Like Zack Snyder would thrive in those stories.
Oh, yeah, and he did that Army of the Dead, dude. It's magic right there, ready for it to be written.
And Injustice is so polarizing, much like Zack Snyder himself. So it's perfect. Because
well.
people hate Injustice or they love Injustice.
Exactly, man. And it's no in between, man. It's a good story.
Yeah. Well, here's my Elseworlds project idea. So this is going to be perfect full circle because he did Watchmen already. Bring back your Watchmen characters. Bring back your DCEU characters and do Doomsday Clock. His Watchmen, his DC characters, and do Watchmen. Perfect full circle. Dude, never gonna happen, but that would be crazy.
Yeah, but that would be insane, though, man.
It's already ready to go. You already got your characters. Bring back your Watchmen. Bring back your Justice League.
Dude,
you're good to go.
That would be insane. And like they kind of like tease it, like, dude, think about it. Like he's like, oh, this is how my universe started. This universe, like kind of like a nod towards what he cut towards James Gunn. You know, James Gunn's gonna go with it. He's probably like, guys.
He's open-minded.
Exactly. So you know he's probably gonna go along with half the stuff that he's gonna say. But I'm pretty sure James Gunn's gonna probably clear him away from like those little riskier ideas that he usually goes for.
Yeah, possibly. Hopefully tones down the slow motion. Hopefully he doesn't allow him to put that Wonder Woman music in there. That movie was sick, but every time Wonder Woman came on screen, it was like, oh, it's like for like 10 seconds straight. It's like, come on. Yeah.
Or at least tone it down a little, like.
A little bit.
Yeah, it was a little too long. I couldn't even hear her punches.
Maybe for the last big climactic decapitation, sure, that's fine.
Yeah, that would be so sick though, and just straight up call it Doomsday Clock.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, don't even call it Justice League, nothing. Just call it Doomsday Clock.
And ironically, it'd be a perfect way to just say like the universe is erased. Here's the DCU now.
Yeah, but that's kind of like satisfying the Zack Snyder fans with the
right, little closure.
Yeah, that would be nice. Like finally give. I mean, Henry Cavill. We don't need to know much about what he's. I mean, I know he's doing that project, but I'm pretty sure you'll be down just to show up as Superman again.
Yeah,
I don't know about the diet
for that. Yeah, who knows? Well, so Superman and Lanterns. There's the next two projects coming out here, and like basically, I think they're both going to be amazing. I have like blind trust. I hope. I don't know. I'm glad Superman and Lex Luthor are the main. It's just the hero versus villain there. Superman, Lex Luthor. I'm excited to see Green Lanterns. I'm excited to see everything about this dude. James Gunn, as long as you do the more emotional, intense Guardians of the Galaxy 3 style James Gunn, I think this will be the best Superman ever. I think it will. I think it'll be the best one ever. I think it'll be better than Man of Steel. Lanterns, I just can't believe they're coming to the screen again with quality people, like with people who are going to take care of it. I can't believe that's going to come to the screen in that way. And the cast, dude, I loved Friday Night Lights and I loved Kyle Chandler. And I never thought ever.
I think he's going to kill it as Hal.
I think so too. But it's just one I never thought I would be like. At first, I was like, what the fuck? I don't know about this. And the more I think about it, Dude, he's a leader. He's going to be the leader, like Friday Night Lights coach, leading a new rookie, John Stewart, and he's going to be killing it, dude. He's going to absolutely
he has a
kill
lot
it.
of heart too, because
Yeah.
I just watched Super 8, and I'm like, man, dude, he's so good in there. And I like in my head, I was like, man, dude, like he has like, oh, obviously it's about will, but like I think he just has like, I think he has that star power that nobody really has given him that chance to like show it.
Agreed.
And I think
Agreed.
this show is just gonna be like, bam.
Yes, I
And
totally agree.
I think they're gonna do that. Heroes on the. I forgot what it's called. It's like a run. It was by Dennis O'Neil, where like they.
Green Arrow and Green Lantern. Yeah, the road trip or something.
Something like that. Yeah, I think they might go for that.
That's a
that
great
dynamic.
point. That was the first introduction of John Stewart in the comics.
Exactly.
Yes, and they're going around America dealing with like the problems, right? Dealing with the issues of society.
He said when he first made this that Lantern is going to be tied to like kind of like what Thor did for the MCU, where it's going to be tied to the larger narrative.
Yeah, of course. Hell yeah.
Very excited for that too. But the Steels were on Earth from the looks of it. From the pictures
it's going to be. I don't love that it's Earth based. I just trust, dude. They got like the Ozark writers. They got like, I don't know, the writers and then the showrunners of other amazing shows. The team behind it's amazing. So I'm pissed that it's Earth based because I really want to see the expansion of the colors of rings.
Earth, and then they go out because like they'll build the audience to get comfortable with the characters on Earth, and then that way they can take them out in space.
They already have the Guardians of the Universe. One of them is already casted, the little blue dude in space. So we know we're going to space. Yeah, someone's officially casted. I'm almost positive. I don't have a name for y'all, but we got a Guardian of the Universe. They're, for the audience, the little blue dudes who are the leaders of the Green Lantern Corps. But yeah, we'll see, man. I think it's going to be amazing. They're doing the big. Something is going to hint towards the big DCU threat. So that's very exciting.
I can't wait, man. Lanterns, I'm really, really happy. Like, man,
me too.
I'm so excited for that one. Superman too, man. I think Superman's gonna. Honestly, I know it needs to be like the Iron Man of the DC, but I think because I saw this one guy on YouTube, and they were doing test screenings, and they said that the Superman movie has like one of the most heart out of any Superman movie, and it is probably it's funny too, which I'm not surprised.
But not too much.
Gunn. Yeah, but they said it's like they said the action delivers. Because awesome. it is Action Comics. It comes from Action Comics, so I do understand that it has to be there. But dude, let's man, that Superman movie, I think it's gonna blow everybody's socks off. Nobody's gonna expect it to be. Everybody's gonna be like, it's gonna be good, but it's gonna be a little better than good.
Comic fans expect it to be amazing. Guardians of the Galaxy fans, the people who loved Guardians and the people who love comics, think it's going to be one of the best movies ever.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm right there. I'm so excited. I'm going to have to get a new Superman shirt, too. I can't find it.
And you said he's going to be the Iron Man of the DCU. I have a theory that Lex Luthor is going to be the Iron Man of the DCU, and I think he will be more of a benefactor. Definitely the suit, but I think he will be a villain. Yeah, but I think he'll be a villain, but I think he will be a benefactor in the future, much like Loki. I think he'll be like a Loki or have quite the arc throughout the whole entire DCU. Lex Luthor, watch.
Well, James Gunn said that he's going to follow the DC animated universe. You remember how Lex Luthor played a lot?
I don't want him to do that. I want him to follow the comics, not the animated universe.
That's what he said. He said he's going to take a lot of inspiration from it. But you remember how
Inspiration's fine.
Lex Luthor was a big part of that DC animated universe.
I didn't watch a lot of animated stuff. I never did, even as a kid. Just Batman and Scooby Doo.
I would recommend it. Like, I watch it from time to time when I get a chance. The animated universe from back in the day was phenomenal.
Well, I mean, yeah, the movies and shit, right? Like
no, that show.
Oh, okay, yeah, no, I haven't seen that one.
The show, you have to watch the show, man. It's really good. Down in the comments below, guys, tell them how good it is.
Yeah. And again, for TikTok, we're recording a podcast for Spotify and shit, so I'm not interacting with the phone. I'm sorry, but we figured we'd give you a little tune into this recording of an episode.
Yeah, sorry about that, Comic-Con number 6.
Thanks for the support. We'll try to do some TikTok live shit, West Coast Cities. I don't know, but I've never done it before, so I don't know what to do. What are your expectations of me? No.
One step at a time, you know?
Yeah. All right, so very, very stupid exciting. Let's get to Constantine, and that wraps it up. And
ever
this
watch
is
the
super
first one?
official. I never watched the first one.
You have to watch. So it's not like the comics completely, but Keanu Reeves really does a good job. I haven't like he's a really good actor in this, surprisingly, and it's more of a
So,
detective story. But
yeah.
honestly, this is like the best version of like, in my opinion, the best version I've seen of Satan, where like he's not over the top, but he's very like I don't. You
And
gotta
not
watch it,
just.
man. You gotta
I
watch
will.
it.
The other host here, David, one of the main hosts on Why So Sidious, likes Constantine a lot. He said I might like it still, even though it's probably outdated. He said I might still like it, and you
It's
said
yeah.
I will before the sequel. But what do you expect from the sequel? This shit's confirmed. Like it's legitimately happening. Keanu Reeves is coming back for a Constantine too. That's crazy.
Oh yeah, well he's been teasing it for years, man. Like he's been like
Oh,
trying to get it, but like I guess the John Wick movies were kind of in his way, and I think now he has time. He doesn't have to be throwing people around and like throwing himself around in like cars and stuff like that. I think doing magic's be a lot easier for him.
I do not think he's going to be the Constantine of the DCU. This will be an
No.
Elseworlds Constantine sequel. Yeah, I hope not. I want them to do accurate. I want like a blonde fucking brown trench coat. I want Constantine. I would
See,
love if the dude who plays Billy in The Boys, is it Billy? What's his name?
trying to choose Billy.
British voice, black hair, very bold. The guy who's really like the main character, the main human, non-powered dude. What is his name?
Billy.
The
I'll look
main
him up.
guy. Yeah. Anyway, I think he'd be a perfect Constantine.
Oh
He
wait,
has the
wait.
attitude
What's his
and
name?
voice.
Carl Urban.
Yes, thank you.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. I would see him, but like,
I don't see it, but the acting. I don't see it
yes, yeah,
visually.
yeah.
Yeah,
He
it's
just
just the
changed his
acting.
hair. Change his hair.
Right.
The dude, but he's what? He was Dread. He was in what do you cut? Lord of the Rings. He can do anything, man.
Yeah, true.
He's got a lot of what do you cut?
Range.
There you go, range.
Hell yeah.
I think he could do it. But no, dude,
I'm
you're right. It's not like the Constantine that you know, like the one that we know from the comics. But
yeah.
for what it is, it's a very entertaining movie, and I would love
Yeah.
a sequel. I've been wanting a sequel since I was a kid, and I know I shouldn't have watched it when I was a kid. It gave me nightmares, but
Yeah, that's cool. I've just now literally been getting into Constantine comics more than ever. I got like 2 or 3 coming in the mail. I had 2 or 3 come in the mail this last week.
which one are you getting?
I got I'm no omnibuses yet, just like I'm finding little used trades that are out of print, like City of Demons, Tainted Love. I did the Dead in America thing. That was new. It just dropped on hardcover.
Oh, I gotta get that one.
Yeah, Garth Ennis, Warren Ellis, the Haunted arc is coming in the mail. So yeah, a lot of Constantine. I'm finally finding some good ones because some of the
Spicer,
early stuff was pretty boring. It was more like personal issues,
Delano,
zero
yeah.
magic. Yeah, a lot of I didn't love Delano.
The Vertigo, right?
Yeah, it's all Vertigo with Hellblazer almost.
What do you cut? The one by Ennis. That's the one that kind of made the character, where like he kind of like he tricks angels and demons,
Yeah,
like to
it's
do
really
his
cool.
bidding. Yeah. And,
Yeah,
like,
it's really cool.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
Ennis is
kinda,
where
like,
it
invented-
really picks up. Ennis
Dude,
is
Ennis got that magic touch with certain characters, man.
yeah, it's been the
Especially
best so
characters
far.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm excited more for the DCU Constantine. I'm excited for this, but I am really excited to see who they cast for the DCU with John Constantine. I hope he is a big player. I hope he shows up in Batman movies. I want him to be like he was in the animated movies, like in the Justice League Dark or the Apocalypse War. Like I want that Constantine.
Yeah, that one was good too.
Yeah.
I would what do you cut? I think he might show up in Swamp Thing since he did show up in the
Oh yes.
in the
Oh,
comics.
dude, you know what? Period. Yeah, I want that to be his introduction, just like the comics, just like Alan Moore's Swamp Thing, one of the best comics of all time. Introduced the character John Constantine, and it is so fun. It's so cool to go back and read that. It's one of my favorite comics ever. Introduce him in Swamp Thing, please, please. It'll help Swamp Thing figure out his powers. A perfect door into the magical realm, and dude, we need him. He need him in that movie.
Just go like the Marvel route and just start introducing characters in different movies.
Yeah,
Just
exactly.
slowly
You have
trickling
to.
out from there, and then see where the
Like we
audience
got
likes.
we got like 47 characters in Superman. You could throw Constantine in Swamp Thing.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Half the the JSA going to be in it?
Yeah,
something like
like a
that?
ton of them. You got Hawk Girl, Guy Gardner Green. It's more like the Justice League International.
Yeah,
That's what it seems like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mister
Yeah, that's true.
Mister Terrific
Well, Mr. Terrific looks great in that movie.
looks awesome. Yeah.
He looks
I'm excited.
spot on. What's the
Yeah.
confirmed project? See DCU. Well, I'm excited for probably for Superman.
Most excited confirmed project DCU. I think I have to do Swamp Thing.
Yeah, same here. Cause dude, imagine like, and then the writer. I mean the director of Logan.
Yes, yes. And he did
Dude.
Ford v Ferrari. He did. He's also doing a Star Wars movie. Who knows how that'll go? But it's a solid director. Fuck, what's his name? But yeah, Logan, Ford v Ferrari.
Oh man, I know
James Mangold.
There you go.
Boom bang.
I was trying to think gold, something gold, but yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he's gonna knock it out of the park. Same here. When they announced Swamp Thing, I was like, no freaking way. They're gonna do like the weird characters too. I'm here for it. Like
That's
dude.
why it's the most exciting. I think it's so weird and different, and there's no other route you can possibly take than going with that Alan Moore run. You have to introduce something like that.
Too. He knows how to
Yeah,
go
Mangold.
he did Walk the Line, and Walk the Line's kind of a love story. So like, I mean, Swamp Thing is kind of a love story. So
With a little Abby love, yeah, but I just want it to be weird, trippy. I want it to get all psychedelic the way he does it with like a different dimensions, a spiritual realm, the dreaming. I want his powers to like he's fucking shifting mountains to flood a city of vampires and shit like that. Like I want Alan Moore and I want Constantine in there. Swamp Thing's got to be the most exciting. But then again, you got Superman and Lanterns and Damian Wayne as Robin in the Batman movie.
That's
There's
right.
so much
Brave and the
exciting
Bold.
shit. So much exciting stuff, man. It's
And
ridiculous.
dude, that Teen Titans movie, man. I know a lot of people are getting hate for that. Dude.
No, that's so
Teen
exciting. Are you
Titans,
kidding
bro.
me?
Dude, I want
Little-
Teen Titans.
It's a little quick. I'd prefer those are the kind of characters you should at least introduce a couple of them in other movies. I don't know,
Well,
but it'll probably be great.
Well, because the Brave and the Bold, they're bringing the whole entire Bat family, so they might be already set up,
I know.
kind of. But
That
I'm
sucks. I hope
excited.
we-
I'm excited. DC's gonna. I
Yeah.
think DC's gonna probably gonna
Dethrone.
overtake Marvel. Yeah, dethrone.
Yes.
Because Marvel already kind of used all their big hitters.
True.
Think about it.
Yeah, kind of. You could still do so much. You still have like Annihilation. I don't know. X-Men. Yeah, dude. So many X-Men things. You could do so many things. It's just, you need Feige and quality and the Russo brothers quality and a plan. Like phase 1 through 3 had a plan. They need a plan. They have multiple stories they can go with. So it just needs quality, planning, and execution.
I forgot to say earlier that the Russo brothers said the Doomsday and Secret Wars is going to be the start of something new, or like
Yeah,
the
of course,
start of
yeah.
a new story. So like, I mean, it's kind of nice that they're finally going to give us some type of direction. So
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm just happy that Marvel's back full swing. Bob Iger's back as CEO, so Kevin Feige has his power back, so the creative control's back, so the quality's coming back. So yeah, I think we're looking good in the future. I think got a couple more Chapek era Marvel projects coming out that might be mediocre because they were already filmed in that era without that special care. But after that, we're done, dude. Daredevil's been killing it. Fantastic Four is going to kill it. I think Thunderbolt's going to kill it. Captain
too.
America 3 was pretty good. 4, whatever the hell, Captain America. Anyway, we hit our hour.
All right.
And do you have anything else to wrap it up with? Thoughts?
That's it, man. I think I got it all out.
Hell yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on, dude. It was a pleasure. We'll definitely have Romez on again. Go follow this dude. Go check out his content. Thanks, y'all, for checking us out on TikTok. We'll be more interactive on the phone in the future. Hopefully. We'll figure it out. Again, we're at Why So Sidious Pod. Check us out. We're going to be dropping stuff soon. Probably a lot of Daredevil stuff. We're going to have Volume 2 coming out soon. Yeah, so just check it out. Romez, what else you got going on before we wrap out? God, I can't talk to close this one out. But what do you got going on that the fans can look forward to?
I'm gonna try to finally finish the comic book Mortal Kombat series that I know I've been promising that I've been trying to finish. So I'll be dropping that soon, and then more Punisher comic videos. So be on the lookout for that.
What Punisher comics are next?
I got a couple Max ones that I know I could get away with without being hit with the guidelines. And then, what else? Oh, I'm going to do Punisher Noir. I'm going to do like the full series.
Nice. Greg Rucka's Punisher Volume 1 is, I just picked that one up. Haven't read it yet, but I heard it's good.
You got the trade?
Trade Volume 1. Yeah.
How'd you find it, man? Like
eBay, dude. Found
hard to find.
one single used copy on eBay, but it's just the first 6 issues.
Oh, dude, it's...
And then I was reading... Oh, dude, okay. Well, I was reading Mark Waid's Daredevil, and there's a crossover with that Greg Rucka Punisher run. there's one issue of the Punisher, one issue of the current Spider-Man run, and one issue of the Mark Waid Daredevil. And those 3 issues have a mini event where it's a crossover between all 3: Punisher, Spider-Man, Daredevil. And Chichetto's on art for all 3 of those issues,
dude,
and it's fucking sick. And so
sick.
Chichetto's on art for that whole Greg Rucka Punisher run. That's why it's even more exciting. I'm really looking forward to reading that.
Dude, it's that first, dude. You're gonna probably hit me up whenever you finish that. Bro, hit me up. I will chat with you all day about that run.
I might have to read it tonight.
It's so, dude. You're gonna finish it tonight. That's how good it is.
Hell yeah. All right. Well, again, thanks for tuning in. We will see you next time. Have a great day or night or morning. Take care.
All right, deuces, guys.
Good shit, man. That was awesome.
All right,
that worked out.
Let's end the TikTok live.
Oh yeah, well, it's good, y'all.
Man, that was fun, man.
Basement Dweller actually has a question that I'm curious about.
Oh man,
2007 complete series Booster Gold comic. I think that's Jeff Johns, and I was looking at that. Have you